One of my clients is an online retailer, and they were always using I'm not going to name any accounting softwares, but they were always using a specific accounting software that didn't integrate with their systems. And they were chatting to me and saying to me that, they're getting a bit older. They would like to take a step back from doing the daily bookkeeping. Is there anything I can suggest? And I managed to introduce them to a different accounting software that actually integrated into their systems and has helped them by, saving them quite a bit of time because it now pulls in all their sales receipts and it links all their expenses. So that would definitely be one of the ways that I've added value to a customer. They've gone down from having to work on their bookkeeping for 4 days a week down to like 1 day a week. So that's one of the ways I've definitely helped out a client. I think the main thing that I find that I enjoy the most with working with business owners is you can actually make a difference to a client. When you're working in major corporations, as an accountant, sometimes you're not right at the top, you're somewhere in the middle, and you would prepare a presentation that would go to a director, and from the director, it will go to a CFO, and from a CFO, it will eventually go to a potential client, and you'd never actually see what happens with your work. Whereas now, you've got the ability to help a client straight away. A client phones you up straight and asks you, Jacob, should I get a company car? You can advise them on whether they should or shouldn't get a company car, or maybe the benefit of getting a van instead of a vehicle, a company car. So you've got more of an immediate effect on a business. And I think that's what I find the most enjoyable. And you're helping clients on a daily basis. That's definitely, for me, quite a happy time. I've wanted to be an accountant since I was like 16. It was literally one of my chosen professions. When you eventually like trying to decide on what you want to do, I decided to be an accountant. And the main reason why I decided to be an accountant was because I like numbers and I found the logic behind doing, balancing things. But I think the main thing that I enjoy about being an accountant is I know I am safe. As a career, I know I will always have work. There is always a client that needs help with tax. There's always a client that needs help with bookkeeping or a set of accounts produced for them. So I know I've got that security that my job will never disappear overnight. I mean, even with AI, the way it's going, you still need an accountant to look over the things that the computer is doing and make sure that it's using the right assumptions. So, yeah, I'd say that's probably one of the big things that I enjoy about being an accountant is I know I have that security behind me to keep going. I used to work in small business and I decided I wanted to go back to small business because I was working in big corporations, managing teams across the whole globe. And I decided, my passion lay with small business. So I started working part-time as an accountant, with my own business, and I was struggling to get to know, how should I advertise? Where should I advertise? What things should I use? What software should I use? And I was approached by AIMS, and they said to me, we in AIMS are looking for accountants that were previously in corporation and wanted, to try and see if they can help me. And I thought, this is it's a step towards what I need because I want to start my own business. It just gives me that, knowledge on what's behind me so that we can, grow an accounting firm. I'd say it would speed up the time. So if you were starting an accounting firm, joining AIMS definitely takes you from maybe a year of trying to get to know things and building websites and all these things to straight away getting to helping clients. I mean, getting your first client in like the first week that you're with AIMS, getting to know the person, getting the systems in place so you've got your letters in place so that you can send it over to clients. I mean, it sounds very petty, but it saves you hours and hours of time when starting a business. So I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I joined AIMS. It was to get me that step up on another person that's starting an accounting firm next door to me. I think the main thing that I find with AIM Central is I've always got somebody to double check my logic behind things. I recently had a case where I was looking into a person's doing their books overseas, doing their books in one of the British Isles, and I could phone head office and ask them about, is there any different accounting methods? Is there any different taxes I need to be aware of? And head office is always there to help me. So I always feel I have support on the end of a phone call.